Alright, this is going to be a patch 7.22 rundown for Vladimir specifically. Here we go. Resolve Tree, you're never going to take the keystone, health isn't valuable. Demolish is a possibility if you're going the Protobelt Warmogs Vlad that I've been playing for a little bit. It gives you a big chunk of damage. Towers, it's about 1,000 damage. It's pretty damn good. I wouldn't take it outside of the Warmogs Vlad though. Yeah, pretty much. Conditioning, this is the only one you want to take here. The +8/+8 just overshadows all of these other things. Second win, this Master is busted. Revitalize is okay. Overlord or Overgrowth is okay. They're both like really high power, like really good things that Vlad would want, but second win is like absolutely bonkers, so you would never end up taking these other two. Next, of course, okay, Resolve's only a secondary tree. You don't primary because you don't want that 130 health. Domination gives 18 ability power. Nice. Electrocute. This is super good for Vladimir. Helps with the one-shots. It's better than Thunderlord's was because Vladimir is a burst mage, 100-0ing people, you know, doing more damage, even if it's on a longer cooldown, is better, is more in Vlad's interest because, you know, one-shots, man. Predator gives you Ghost attached to your boots. You can use this channel, this 1.5 second channel, while you're moving. So if you're trying to roam bot lane, you can be moving in that 1.5 seconds where you get the 15-second Ghost kicking in. It's super huge. This is obviously a roaming mastery in the mid to late game. Being able to gap close on the carries with this movement speed buff, it also deals damage, is super valuable. Question is it good enough? Second lane, I mean, it's 3 minutes down to 2-minute cooldown. Starts the game on cooldown. If you want to use this before a first back, you're going to have boots, right? Starting boots is not terrible. You can do boot start. Dark Seal start and Doran Shield start are most likely going to be the most powerful starts in 7.22. But with Predator specifically, you can take boots start so that you can use this keystone earlier. Dark Harvest is trash. Cheap Shot, bad. Taste of Blood's good. Sudden Impact is good. This is super good whenever you flash or use Protobelt. You're going to get that magic penetration, especially for the Meta Vlad build with Protobelt, or even just any Protobelt Vladimir. Getting this 8% magic penetration for 5 seconds is nice. I mean, it's not going to take 5 seconds for Vlad to do his whole combo, so it's like good for your 2 rounds of abilities. You're going to get the magic pin. That's huge. Super good mastery. One shots. Taste of Blood gives sustain for hard lanes. It's really nice. That's, you know, nothing wrong with that. Zombie Ward, pretty good. Eyeball Collection, that's AP. That's nice. That's pretty good. If you want one shots, go for this one. If you want more lane safety, it goes for this one. Zombie Ward allows you to play more aggressively without and still have vision. It's really nice. Okay, Ravenous Hunter, bad. Ingenious Hunter, bad. This bad. Those are all bad. In this tree, Taste of Blood, Sudden Impact. That's a choice. And Zombie Ward, Eyeball Collection. Everything else isn't worth anything. Precision. You never want attack speed, so you're never going to go this as a primary tree. Heroism. Overheal. Pretty good. The other two are trash. Alacrity. Trash. Lifesteal. Trash. 5% tenacity. Yeah, it's not good either. Not really. Well, you have to take one of these trash things. So it's either the tenacity or the overheal. And this is the big moneymaker right here. The 10% more damage to champions below 40%. Super good. If you're going in precision, it's because you're going for coup de grace. So the question is whether you're going to go the tenacity, if you need to, you know, survive, like get through CC so that you can pool, for instance, like versus Syndra or Ari Charm or Syndra Stun so you can dodge the ulti, Ari Charm, and Anivia Q, you know, things that you're going to get comboed with follow-up damage if you get hit with them. So tenacity is nice. Or the overheal, which is going to be pretty useful sometimes. Okay, Sorcery. 25 ability power, that's really nice. Keystone, Summon Airy. I think you can use this one on minions, so it's probably complete trash. If it doesn't, if it's only on enemy champions, then yeah, that could be pretty damn good, actually. Arcane Comet seems like it's really easy to dodge. If it's not easy to dodge, then it's good. If it is easy to dodge, which it looks like it is, pretty bad, even if it's on low cooldown. Phase Rush seems bad, man. Feels bad, man. I loved Storm Raiders. Artifact, Nullifying Orb. Get good. It's not good. Mana Flow Bands. It's not good. He doesn't use mana. Ultimate Hat is kind of nice. Yeah, especially if you're going cooldown reduction, Vlad. This is pretty nice, the Ultimate Hat. Getting more cooldown reduction on your ulti. It's really nice. Transcendence, 10% CDR. That's super good. Celerity, not so good. The other two are much stronger. Absolute Focus, that's for the one-shots, man. You get a ton of ability power in the late game. Like a free blasting one, that's huge. Couldn't ask for more. You're always going to enter a fight like above 70% health. This is really good. 10% CDR and going CDR over this. What this means, this second part where every CDR over 40% is going to get converted into ability power. This means whenever you're going for your full build, and let's say you're going cooldown reduction, Vlad, that has Proto Belt, Zonias, Lucidity Boots, you're going to have 30% right there. You're going to get 40% from that Transcendence at level 10. And now if you build CDR, like for instance, if you go Banshee's Veil or you go Morellonomicon, right? That turns those items into more of a damage option, a replacement or substitute for a Leandries or a Ludens, which would be like your luxury damage items, right? Because your full build's always going to have Rabadons and Void Staff, ideally, right? So you're going to have Boots, Protobelt, Zonias, Rabadons, Void Staff. You have one more damage item. That could be Ludens, that could be Leandries, that could be Banshees, that could be Morellonomicon. And Banshees and Morellonomicon especially become better luxury damage items with this mastery, because now you can, you know, get damage with it. It turns Banshees into a 90 ability power item. It turns Morellonomicon into a 140 ability power item. So yeah, Absolute Focus, always a solid one. Power, Scorch, it's pretty solid. Water Walking, pretty solid. Gathering Storm, it's actually pretty busted. Every game is going to make it to 10 minutes. Every game is going to make it to 20 minutes. If it doesn't, it's probably because all of your lanes lost and everyone's tilted, or at least like a lot of people are tilted and you're surrendering 20, in which case the masteries don't really matter. So in this situation, the game's pretty even at 20 minutes, or even just slightly behind or slightly ahead on one side of the team. This is going to add up. 20 minutes of free Amp Tome. That's huge. Vladimir can use that 24 AP that adds like what, like 100 and something damage to his combo. It's absurd. And then 30 minutes, what is that? Like 200 damage to his combo? Ridiculous. So in this tree, Gathering Storm, Absolute Focus for the one-shots, and Ultimate Hat. And if you're going cooldown reduction, Vlad, Ultimate Hat, Transcendence, Gathering Storm. For the Keystone, Airy, if it only works on champions. Arcane Comet, if you're forced to. Phase Rush is like, alright. But feels bad, man. Phase Rush is like so weak now. Inspiration. But if the other two Keystones suck, like you're gonna be going Phase Rush. I mean, poor man's Storm Raiders Surge, but I mean, you gotta work with what you got. Inspiration. This is the one. Special thing about Inspiration Tree is you're forced to go either Domination or Sorcery for secondary trees. That's fine because those are the best ones anyways. Except for, you know, Precision has that coup de grace for the 10%. So if you go on one-shots, Vlad, you want to be going either Sorcery or the Domination into the Precision Tree to get that 10% damage to champions. So this is mostly going to be, this Inspiration Tree is mostly going to be for either the Frost Queen's Claim rushing Vlad or the Meta Vlad, potentially. Or cooldown reduction Vlad. Unsealed Spellbook, this is the best out of these three. Kleptomancy, this is also good. Glacial Augment is trash. If you're already in range to proc this thing, they're already dead. Unsealed Spellbook. Gain a summoner spell at 2 minutes. Okay, what this allows you to do is you have more flashes, more ignites. You're going to get more summoners. That's awesome. Nobody has to tell you that more flashes is going to get you more kills. But what it also allows you to do with the summoner swapping, you're able to take either a really safe summoner spell in a hard matchup, like teleport, and swap it into something else like Ghost later on, or to take a really aggressive summoner spell in a very easy matchup or abusable matchup like Ignite, go Flash Ignite, and switch it to something like Ghost or Teleport later on, a more useful mastery. Either situation is pretty nice for you. Kleptomancy, if you're in a really easy lane, mostly in top lane, right? Think top lane versus tanks. You get this ability. You can use your abilities, use the auto attacks. You get like free gold every time you auto, as well as you get the chance for consumables, which you can sell in the item shop to get even more gold, accelerate item paths. It's all pretty good. Traption. Hextech Flash Traption, it's trash. Biscuit, it's okay. Perfect Timing is pretty damn good. So, gain biscuits in a hard lane. This is going to make it to where you make it through lane. This is nice. Only take this into hard lanes. Perfect timing. If you're going cooldown reduction Vlad or any type of Vlad that gets Zhonya's, then what you do is you go the commencing stopwatch, and that just takes 600 gold off of your Zhonya's. Even if you're not, let's say even if you're not going for Zhonya's, like you just get this, you get a one-time Zhonya's 6 minutes after, and then you can sell the thing for like 100 gold or something, 150. I think it has reduced resale value after you use it. Maybe it has full value when it's still the stopwatch. Maybe then you can just use it as a, you know, an instant like plug of money. But you know, this could be valuable in lanes like Fizz, Zed, where they have ultimates that you need to dodge. If you don't have pool, having the stopwatch will also give you a second like dodge, avoid death, or block a key ability. So yeah, pretty solid. Go perfect timing if you can, but if it's a super hard lane, Biscuit's the one to do. Magical footwear, it's okay. Futures market, Minion dematerializer, Most likely you go magical footwear if you're going this tree, because if you're for instance using if you're top lane, you already have teleport, or if you're using the summoner swap and you start with teleport, you can get away with not having boots for the first 10 minutes because you stay in lane for 4 minutes, you back, buy an item, you teleport back to lane. So you basically get a free back with teleport because there's no way they can shove in the lane before you get back there, right? Which is why people run teleport. And then you'll get boots at 10 minutes. That saves you 300 gold. They upgrade 50 gold cheaper, like 350 gold towards your core. It's nice. And plus these other two are kind of bad. So what other choice do you have? Cosmic Insight, cooldown reduction. That's awesome. On everything. And approach velocity. This is kind of bad. This is bad. 100 health. That's pretty bad. However, if you wait, no, it's bad. That was a test. It's bad. Okay. So, the options you have. Inspiration primary, and then you're going secondary into sorcery or domination because you need to get that ability power. And if you're going sorcery, you can go secondary precision or resolve. Or you have the option to go precision or resolve secondary, depending on your matchup. Same with domination, right? Because you already get AP no matter what. The strongest setups in my mind are going to be Unsealed Spellbook with a secondary in well, sorcery or domination. We already went over the cases. Okay, so moving on. And the other options are precision secondary when you went domination or sorcery. And that will be for the best one-shots you can get. You know, like electrocute Vladimir with precision secondary. Those are for all of like you void staff rushers that just want to hit hard. And don't care about mobility because every 5 minutes you want to just, you know, murder someone with your flash. All right, moving on. So the stat changes. Every champion is losing the ability to take magic resist. So all of those people who wanted to take 12 magic resist against Vladimir, they can't anymore. You're going to hit a lot harder at all points in the game. However, you can't take magic penetration either. So you're already going to do more, because assuming if they took flat magic resist and you took magic pen, you're still going to be doing more. So, as well as it's going to be harder to play aggressive as a mid laner specifically. Let me explain. It's going to be harder to play aggressively as a mid laner. Not so much for Vladimir, but as for Vladimir's matchup. It's harder for them to play aggressive into Vladimir pushing in, because they can't take armor anymore. And if your jungler is attack damage or ability power or anything, because they don't have those runes, those armor or the magic resist, ganks hit harder. Right? So think about that. Playing passive is going to be the way to go, or playing aggressive is more risky, right? Okay, then. Spell Thieves has been added the bandit effect. This is amazing. So if you run Frost Queen's Claim on Vlad, it also allows you to, just start Spell Thief line, the Spell Thief's item with refillable. If you're in a super easy lane like top lane versus a tank, like the Maokai, where you can just auto attack him all day and he's like doesn't even try to avoid you because he just heals everything up with his passive anyways. Just take Spell Thieves. You get Bandit, you're getting so much more gold. And this thing is giving more gold at the beginning for some reason and dealing a little more damage at the beginning, so you accelerate your item path. It's super good. Poacher's Dirk. This will mean that people will be trying to play all those assassins, the Graves, Ezreal, Ringar, Kayn. Those are going to become more popular, and Vladimir does pretty well into those champions. Squishier junglers mean more killable junglers. So Hunter's Machete, Hunter's Talisman. As funny as this sounds, some people were thinking about going Smite Vladimir, like with the Unbound Spellbook or whatever. You can change it, right? You change it off of Smite, and you go, or you get the Runic Echoes with the Warding Totem, and then you change it off Smite, and then you build, whatever you want to build. I think it's stupid, but it might work. I mean, try it out if you want. And Sorc Shoes get free magic pin. Void Staff gets free magic pin. Hello one-shots. That's great news. And nothing else matters. Nothing else matters at all. Wait. Jungle experience. If you pushed your lane in and there's nothing better to do, go steal the enemy jungler's camps, because it sets them back even further behind now. All right. That's about it.